The Faster Labor Contracts Act is a big f***ing deal. We're going to tell you what big labor bosses and Washington politicians are hiding about the FLCA and why Congress needs to reject it. Under current law, when Americans vote to organize, they negotiate with their employers on a contract. It's called collective bargaining. Both sides have a voice, but under the FLCA, their voices are silenced by the federal government. President Trump himself said the 2024 election gave them a mandate that
the days of rule by unelected bureaucrats are over.
But the FLCA would give those same unelected bureaucrats that President Trump is trying to stop even more power. They're given the final say on workers' wages, benefits, and working conditions through binding arbitration. That's right. Under the FLCA, if a final union contract isn't reached within months, the federal government steps in to impose a contract on both sides, even if they don't agree to the terms. The workers would lose the right to ratify their own contract, bound by a deal they never approved. But don't take it from us. Even union workers don't support binding arbitration.
My understanding is that if you have arbitration and it's an agreed upon, then that becomes the contract, at which point the workers would not have the ability to reject.
If that's the case, then that would be removing democracy from the workplace, which is the whole point of a union, giving the worker a say.
That would defeat the whole purpose of having a union.
Can you say that again?
That would defeat the whole purpose of having a union.
So, the FLCA doesn't protect workers. Got it. But is it good for business? Well, this shouldn't shock you, but Washington politicians haven't even done the math. They have no idea what costs they are sticking every business in America with, regardless of their size or industry. Under the FLCA, businesses, even small ones, get no protections. If they can't afford the deal forced on them by the government, their only option may be to go out of business. So, American workers and businesses are not happy, but they're not alone. Nearly 90% of voters reject government-imposed union contracts without worker approval. 90%. Bottom line, the FLCA doesn't work for American workers, small businesses, and clearly not for voters. Tell your elected officials to reject the Faster Labor Contracts Act.